Hi tarot friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Balsamic Moon Tarot, and I'm here with a reading about your spring love predictions. My voice is a bit hoarse from getting over a cough, so I guess it's kind of husky, gravelly. But yeah, sorry, don't mind it. Let's see, I have a few decks here that I pulled out. And I think I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna do about a 10-minute reading for each option. So now let's go ahead and select the 3 cards that you'll be picking. This is a pick a card reading. What are the 3 cards for today for this general love reading, spring love predictions? Okay, we have 1 card there. So just select whichever card resonates with you. These readings will apply whether or not you're in a current relationship or dating someone. This one, okay. Or if you're single, going through a breakup. No matter your situation, these will be general readings that hopefully you can take something helpful from. Okay, so the first option is 8 of Wands. Okay, I don't know about YouTube's restrictions, so let me actually just tape that. Okay, there we go. The second option, 8 of Cups. Okay, interesting. And the third option, the King of Cups, the King of Chalices. Lovely. Okay, so I'll be moving on to the first option. See you at your reading. Feel free to skip ahead to the timestamp for the reading that matches the card that you've selected, okay? See you there. Hello, pile number 1. This is your reading for spring love predictions. You have selected the 8 of Wands. I had to block it because of YouTube's content policy, so hopefully that shouldn't be blurred. But yeah, let's get to it. I've already shuffled these cards, and now we're going to flip them over, and I'm going to tell you what is your prediction. We have the Knight of Wands. Wow, so already lots of fast-moving energy here with the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Wow, we have the Magician. Excellent. Amazing. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 4 of Cups. Okay. And for the Visionary I Ching Oracle, we have the approach of spring. Wow, lovely. Really lovely. So, let me just take one moment. I'm still studying this deck of the I Ching hexagrams, so I'm just going to pause to make sure I gather what the guidebook says. Hold on one moment. Okay, back. Thank you, pile number 1. So, really interesting. The first message I'm getting is that if you are trying to have a child, trying to conceive, I think this is a very strong message coming through with the approach of spring. This is talking about fertility. It's talking about even the time is right, an auspicious time. Seeds that are planted are taking root, are thriving in fertile ground. So I do think if you are trying to have a baby, this is a positive message for you, that you have that this is as good a time as any to try to have a baby, to try to conceive. But the other energy I'm getting, because there's so much you know, there is velocity here with the Knight of Wands, the Magician, and the Eight of Wands. And we have, with the Nine of Cups and the Four of Cups, this interesting contrast of wish fulfillment and being really satisfied, as well as being somewhat, I wouldn't say dissatisfied or disappointed, but just unimpressed in a way, like a bit unmoved, detached. So with the approach of spring, I think that your predictions, because there's definitely a strong emphasis here on springtime. I think that the overall message for your love prediction, again, whether or not you're in a relationship, single, dating, seeking, or just enjoying your time being single, regardless of relationship status, I think your spring love prediction is that you will feel empowered to pursue something or someone, to go after what you want, okay? You're going to feel like great energy for yourself, even physically. I think you will feel just so much more alive and capable and empowered. I don't even think empowered is the right word. I feel like it is more of a physical sensation of just feeling good within yourself, feeling good that you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. So that energy of being very empowered within yourself and very passionate to go after what you want is going to get you what you want in love as well. It is going to impact your relationships or your goals in relationships, so that you become a magnet and you magnetize, you attract, you draw towards yourself people who are on the same wavelength. So I'm also seeing with the Eight of Wands that you're going to, draw people towards you, or draw someone towards you who is equally, focused, ambitious, even fun. I'm getting, the energy of someone very fun and interesting and someone that who really excites you, is exciting to you. With the approach of spring, I think that, the way things go in this turn of events, it's going to make you want to take advantage of something. It's like strike while the iron is hot. So, if you're already in a relationship, it could mean that you want to do something in the springtime that's special to that relationship. I don't think it's a wedding, because if you're having a wedding now, you would have been planning it months ahead. I feel like this is something that catches you by surprise, like, a weekend getaway because the price is really good, something like that, right? Like you're taking advantage of a really good time to do something that is going to make you really happy in your love life, okay? So again, that could be within a relationship or as a single person, or, any relationship status. The Four of Cups is interesting here, and I take it as very a positive too, because I also think that what is making you happy about this time is not being in the throes of an emotional roller coaster. Like, you have the energy to go after what you want. You've got like this excitement in your life, and within you, you've got excitement that's driving you, but it's not like, it's very manageable, it's sort of even, because the Knight of Wands can be like fast-moving energy that dissipates quickly, but you've got the Magician, you've got all these cards supporting the fact that you'll take advantage of that fast-moving energy. You'll be very opportunistic, but you'll do it in a way that's really smart and effective. So I think the Four of Cups is saying that, you'll remain a bit detached from the outcome. This is how high performers approach their challenges. They don't get so emotionally invested, right? They have a bit of space, they have a bit of detachment from the outcome, and they instead focus on the process. They focus on their performance, what they are doing. So I think even within love, this could even be about you getting out there and meeting new people and being really, really confident in yourself and meeting new people, having a newfound confidence to go and put yourself out there. But with the Four of Cups, it's a positive energy that you are not just, getting, like, you're remaining a bit detached here. You're not just falling for the first person that shows interest in you. You know, you're not just like fantasizing up a dream based out of nowhere. Like, I think this is just really overall really great constructive energy to have in your love life this spring. So let me go ahead and pull one card, see if I can get anything else. Let me see if I can get a specific prediction for, it may not resonate with you, but if you are here and this message resonates very strongly for you, then it is your message. I want to see what other predictions. Can I get something more specific here? Okay, so I have the Eight of Cups. See, I have this. I do think that someone, you could be watching this and you could be someone who has really been disenchanted with the dating process. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Wow, yeah. You see, it's like stuck energy. And the Two of Wands. See, that's super positive, and that is showing like a change. It's like a change in the tides, like you finally are feeling an uplifting energy after being quite detached and despondent. I mean, look, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, there you go. So if you're watching this and that resonates with you, this is your message. Like, if you have been through a period of time recently where you have just been really disappointed and you've disillusioned, you've even been confused about what to do, and again, relationship or not, right? This is a general love reading. So if you have been disillusioned and really like confused and almost like analysis paralysis, like feeling stuck in a rut because you can't think your way out of it, that energy is now shifting. In the springtime, you are going to, it's like a 180. You're going to feel so like lighter. You're going to feel lighter, and you're going to really embrace the change going on around you. I think you're going to be inspired by people around you. Maybe you work or you have friends who are, more of the adventurous type, and they're going to inspire you to be a bit more adventurous and outgoing and, risk-taking, bold, like, yeah, it could even be like a makeover with the Magician. This is about, me even being like a self-made person. Maybe you change up your look, and as a result, you feel more like yourself. You feel like if you meet a new person or if you're in a relationship, you feel like now you're showing the real you. Now you're showing who you really are. And that's really, that brings you satisfaction. That brings you fulfillment, because you're able to relate to people on a more authentic level. And you're also just able to walk away, right, if it's not what works for you. Four of Cups. This is about, rejecting an offer that is just not really exciting you, right? So, wow, springtime is going to be a good time. That's what I'm projecting here. I think there's a lot of positivity and even just fast-moving changes that are going to inspire you to be bold, to take action. Don't hesitate, don't wait. That's the kind of energy and message I'm getting from this. So pile number one, good for you. I'm excited for you. If this resonates, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and feel free to leave a comment if you want to share why this hits home for you. Okay, thank you, pile one. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. You have selected the Eight of Chalices, or the Eight of Cups here, and I'm going to give you a reading about predictions for your love life in the spring. Okay, spring love life predictions. So basically happening now, but yeah, immediate to near-term predictions here. I've already shuffled your cards. There were a couple decks where I got multiple cards, so I think this is going to be very interesting. I'm already picking up an energy that is, I don't know, a lot of messages that want to come through. So let's see what we have here. We have the Queen of Wands. Wow, okay. I'm going to move this over here, make sure everything fits. I'm sorry, I just can't see everything on my screen there. Okay, there we go. Oh, the Three of Cups. Okay. And the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. And this message will apply to you. This is a general message. So whether or not you are in a relationship or single or going through a breakup, no matter your relationship status, okay, this is a general reading. Take what resonates with you. You'll know pretty quickly if this is your message, okay? I did just pull the Eight of Cups, which is a repeat there. So we've got an emphasis on that. Ace of Wands. Just got that. That's really lovely. We have the Nine of Swords here. Okay. And then we have the King of Wands. Wow. Okay. And for the Visionary I Ching Oracle, oh wow, we have liaison, 44 liaison, and I see a tornado here. Sky above, wind below, hexagram 44. Okay, let me pause and let me just see very quickly. I'm familiar with this card, but I do want to read the guidebook again since I'm still getting to know this deck. Okay, pile number 2. I'm getting a pretty clear message here. So again, you'll know whether or not this relates to you, whether or not it resonates for you. I am seeing here a situation where I think that you have been doing for some time. You've been involved with someone romantically or sexually or, you know, energetically. Okay, this doesn't have to be a relationship that's been like, you know, that's turned physical or is anyway, let me move on. Let me explain. I think that you have been involved with someone and matched with someone that has been fulfilling to you in one way, okay? Like fulfilling to you for some reason. Like whether it's you're in the same work career, you know, you're in the same profession and this is someone who really excites you because you admire their work, or you know, another way is like if it's someone who has such a great sense of humor, they make you laugh, they make you have a good time. Another example is someone that you have really great physical chemistry with. So you see how I'm saying, like, it's like there's some way that they have been satisfying you or making you happy, right, in one way. But I feel that things are sort of developing where you are realizing that you need more, or you need something more balanced here. And I think this queen, so I think you're the Queen of Wands, but I also think you're the Queen of Pentacles, and you're really thinking more seriously and, you know, not necessarily long term, and like you're not really thinking in terms of timelines, but I think something is pulling you to think more deeply about the connection, and to think more deeply about whether this connection is right for you, at least going forward, okay? So this is quite a specific message. You know, I did try to pull general, or to think generally, because I don't want to read for anyone in a specific relationship status, but I do think this is a message for someone who is already involved with someone. And so with how things are turning out this spring, my prediction is that my prediction is that there is going to be a social situation that is going to like revive those questions, like or revive the flags. Like I think you saw flags in the beginning, or you had like kind of wary, you were wary in the beginning, but because things were going positively, you know, because you were having a good time, or you know, again, like you were going through a period of your time where this was like the right person, this person was like welcome energy in your life, right, for whatever you were going through. So because like circumstantially things were going well, the red flags you might have caught in the beginning were like dismissed. But I do think this time in the springtime, like the flags are going to arise again. And that's what I am seeing with the Ace of Wands. It's like the flags are going to show up again. And with the Eight of Cups being emphasized here, you are going to be thinking about separation and even like what you're willing to lose and sacrifice because of the greater good. So, you know, Queen of Pentacles, I am seeing it as yourself being more mature, being more pragmatic here. Because I am seeing that you have a connection with someone, you know, it is possible that you are, you know, this is a specific thing, but maybe you are someone who is involved with another person who also has a partner. So like, it could be a third-party situation. It could be, you know, energetically being tied to someone who's has a conflict. Like there's a conflict of interest. There's another, you know, partner or even family member or situation that requires their own responsibilities. So it's not necessarily like you are with someone who's already in a relationship and that this is an affair. It could even be like you're connected to someone who has to be a parent or has a job that means they cannot focus on you or they cannot be everything you want them to be. So all in all, overall, it is a situation where you have, you know, the disappointments in it are really coming to the forefront. And it's harder to just brush them aside and have a good time. Like, you're going to have to, I mean, this is what I'm seeing. You're going to have a moment where you feel more pressure to get real with yourself about the relationship, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. I know it's not the most fun reading, but there are totally upsides here, okay? So let me get to the positives here. So with liaison, you know, this is a card that speaks to like literally a liaison, like literally an encounter with someone, between two people, like an encounter between two people that may not have like the best interests at heart. Like it could describe a liaison where one person is taking advantage of the other, you know, like maybe a workplace romance where a higher up or a boss is you know, in a relationship with their employee, or even like a young, you know, I mean, I hate using, I'm not even going to use the word, no, I'm not going to use the word gold digger because it's such a messed up word. But, you know, no matter your gender, some of us are in relationships that are very, you know, opportunistic, right? So it could be like someone being in a relationship because the other person has money that they want access to. Okay, so that's the card meaning. But what I am focusing on in this card is it's the fact that there's a tornado in this field, and this is a crop. You could see like this looks to be like you know, a farm, right? Farmland. And this tornado is coming through and it's threatening to destroy all the work that has been achieved. Like the land has been tamed by farming, and here's a tornado, which is just, you know, a force of nature. It is absolutely out of your control. It's fast moving energy and it's threatening to come through and destroy everything. And what's interesting to me about the card is that it's about seeing it. It's about seeing the threat. And so, you know, it's not showing the destruction. It's not showing the aftermath. It's showing the moment of contact. So I think we all act, the ways we respond to these threats, or the ways we respond to those fears, is really interesting. And so I think what you have to consider here with your love life, or with this relationship, with this connection, is, you know, is it possible that you are overreacting to something here? Is that possible, that you're fearing something that hasn't yet happened? And instead of operating from a place of fear, I think that the Eight of Cups and this Queen of Wands are pointing to an opportunity to react from a place of hope, you know, and here's the Ace of Wands, right? And the Ace of Wands is underneath the Three of Cups. So it's like you can have more of what fulfills you, more of what you want, more love in your life, more love in your surroundings, more support from others, you know, this Three of Cups, right? If you just remain grounded here with the Queen of Pentacles, I think that you are going to have an opportunity to become more grounded, to just look at what's going on in your situation in a balanced way that is not like getting too, not projecting too much into the future, but really focusing on what can be like observed and measured in this moment. So for example, you know, if you are in a relationship that has been maybe very tumultuous, maybe fear is something that has, you know, kind of been nagging at you. It's like, maybe this is, you know, it could be like being in a relationship or in a connection with someone who's hot and cold. And so you get used to the whole, you get used to the chase, and you get used to that feeling of fearing rejection, right? And it's like, it messes with your head there. This is like a mind game. This is a messed up mind game, right? But with the Queen of Pentacles, and maybe even the advice of some friends, I'm also seeing that. With the Queen of Pentacles, with you really getting grounded and just like thinking about, oh, let me count the times that we made plans and this person like changed the plan last minute, right? That's something really specific and fact. That is a fact that you can take into account in what, you know, what it is you really want, okay? So, wow, this is going, yeah, this Eight of Cups is really what I think is key here. You know, the energy of just giving yourself permission to go after what makes you happy here. And not makes you happy in a short-lived or like hyper or manic way, but what makes you happy in a deeper, more sustained, healthier, you know, more fulfilled, you know, what makes you fulfilled, right? What gets your needs met. And I hope that makes sense. I hope that the way I expressed it makes sense, because I think there's, you know, there's more to this picture that I'm not getting, but I am sensing that like it's a pivotal moment for you this spring. Just pulling more cards. Okay, we have the Page of Swords. I honestly think that's a message of me being like, yeah, I tried, but I can't. I'm still struggling to get the words out. No, but you know, it's about information, right? What do we have? Okay, the Devil. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, so you know, I am seeing with the Nine of Swords too. It's like there could be information you're getting, and there could be thoughts you're having that you really shouldn't put too much stock into, because it's not coming from, it may be coming from a place of real emotional like despondency, like despair and disillusionment. And so your thought process, if you are despairing over something, your thought process isn't, you know, it's going to change, it's going to shift, and it's going to, you know, it can make you paranoid. So don't, oh, here we go, the Hangman. Don't engage, don't feed into any fear-mongering, any negativity. And this is coming from somebody else, but it's also coming from within you. I do think this is advice coming through here. Let me see, what else can we get for pile 2? I just think the Queen of Wands is so positive, but it can be destructive, you know, when we follow our desires without thinking, right? It's like if we do that for too long, then we even lose sight of what it is we truly want. We even lose sight of what it is that we were chasing all along. So 10 of Pentacles, I think yeah, I mean, the advice here is like, don't let someone take, don't, protect this Ten of Pentacles. Protect what is meaningful to you here. I feel like someone in your life, some energy, doesn't have any respect for it. And they're trying to make you doubt it. They're trying to make you doubt what it is you want. Like like let's say you told someone, I want to live here in a nice house, and that's where I see myself retiring. And this person's in your ear being like, oh, that's a stupid idea, right? Like, if there's someone in your life, in your love life, who's being that kind of naysayer, or even just subtly like making you question your own judgment, question what you dream for yourself, right? Don't take that negativity. Don't accept it. This Hangman is saying, let it come and go. Like, let it pass you by. Sometimes we have to stay still for a predator to avoid us. Like, don't engage, right? Disengage. So the Ten of Pentacles is also here just saying, like, you've got some great stuff going on for you. The Queen of Pentacles, right? You have something beautiful and worthy of protection here. Whether that is your material well-being, your physical well-being, it can also be your spiritual well-being. Like, you have integrity, you have something that you've worked for, with your health, your well-being. Like, you've got something special here, and it's worthy of your protection. It's worthy of you to disengage from any negative people or person in your life that is making you doubt the value of that. And so again, with liaison, with the tornado, it's like how we respond to the threat is equally important, is very important, right? So the response needs to match the threat. Like, thinking from a place of groundedness and not from a place of just fear, paranoia is important here. Because the more fear and paranoia you throw into it, the more you're sort of enabling this devil energy, which is like, not grounded in reality, right? Okay, pile 2. I hope this is helpful. I didn't even go into the King of Wands because I was seeing the King of Wands as the other person's energy, but I also think in the end, ultimately, the King and the Queen of Wands are you, like you integrating yourself, also acting in your own best interest here, knowing what is important for your growth, knowing what is important for your integrity, knowing what it is you care about, and being willing to defend that. So yeah, whatever the situation is, I think that like if you just take the advice that I just shared, if you listen to the advice from your guides, if you follow your intuition, and remember that we can only make our best decisions based on facts, not on imaginings, not on things that we're just thinking because of fear. But when you ground yourself and then follow that intuition, when your intuition is grounded in facts and observed realities, and like thinking clearly and seriously about the relationship in your life, or the people in your life, then then you can proceed from a more effective place, right? Okay, so this Queen of Wands is showing up, like cheering you on, like you can do this, you can go, you can have more hope and a brighter future here. All you have to do is like be brave and be willing to stand up for yourself, be willing to operate from that place of like courage and integrity, and knowing that like no one can tell you something about yourself that is just absolutely false just because they're trying to get to you. You know what I mean? No one can knock you down unless you give them permission to, right? No one can knock you down. So there you go, pile 2. If this resonates, please click the like or subscribe button. I'm wishing you the best. I think this spring is going to be full of like a real important shift for you, and whatever, I think you're going to get an important lesson from this, and I think it's going to really get you on a path to something just on a path to the truth, to the true you, to the truest version of you, right? Like getting past any illusions and just reconnecting with, you know, your authentic self, getting those needs met. I think there's so much positive energy here for you to do that. Okay, so I'm wishing you so much luck, sending you good energy, and yeah, hoping the best for you, okay? Take care, Pile 2. Hi, Pile 3. This is your reading. This is a general love reading for spring. Love predictions for spring, okay? You've selected the King of Cups, the King of Chalices here. Really pretty card. And yeah, I've already shuffled and received the cards in your reading, so I'm going to turn them over now and let's see what we get here. We have the Death card. So I'm definitely getting a Scorpio energy. Whether you're a Scorpio or you're dealing with a Scorpio. 8 of Swords. Ace of Wands. Okay. Oh wow, the Empress. The Knight of Cups. Lovely. Wow, the Death card. Scorpio. Very strong Scorpio energy, but you know, you don't have to be a Scorpio for this message to potentially be for you. Dispersing is the Ching, Visionary Ching Oracle card that I pulled, and it's hexagram number 59. It says wind above, water below. So more water here, and it's even resonating with this Death card. There's like a pinnacle. So I'm getting a pinnacle moment, first off. With the Empress, I think something is definitely coming to fruition that is going to be really amazing and grand here. Let me just take a moment to read up on this dispersing card. One moment. Okay, Pile 3. Really, really interesting energies here, and I think they're overwhelmingly positive. So you have the Death card twice. You have a lot of watery transformational energy here, spiritual energy, as well as with the Ace of Wands, this energy for a new beginning and this energy for birth. So I feel like something has been incubating for some time in your love life, and in the springtime, in the near to immediate future, something's coming to a head, something is shifting, so that what has been germinating or incubating is being released. It's being put out into the world. Now, that's very general and abstract, but as an example, if you, no matter your relationship status, if you have been having like torn thoughts or just, muddled thinking about your situation, not really knowing what to do, how to move forward, there's going to be a noticeable shift within yourself that you just find that determination and you find that sense of knowing, that sense of certainty. So it's as certain as a woman or someone would feel, right, giving birth. It's like, nope, this baby's coming out now. Like you had the period of time to sort of sit on it, to let something kind of grow or develop or again germinate, and then now is when it comes time for the baby to come out. It's like, everything stops, right? Because this is like a really big moment. So I do feel that with the Death card and the dispersing card and this King of Cups, like in your love life, you are and I'm getting more of a sense that this is someone who is in a connection, in a partnership. You are having a shift. You are having a moment where like a new phase, a new day is dawning, a new status to the relationship is dawning, and there's nothing that's going to stop that. Like, it's just so right. It feels right. So one message I just got is like, it could be a proposal. It could be a proposal to get serious, like to take the relationship to the next level. Someone asking you to be their life partner. It could be that, you know, someone asking you to change your life, change how you view yourself. Even maybe you saw yourself as an unattached person, or someone who would always be single, and now someone is showing up in your life and being like, no, I'm ready to commit to this. I want you to commit to this. And so this new, you know, this stepping into this new life is happening, right? Where the relationship is becoming serious like that. And, you know, again, when I said like, it could have been something that's been in your mind or in your being for some time with that Eight of Swords. Maybe you've been confused about it, but now you don't have confusion about that. As a single person, let's say you're not in a relationship, but like the same message can apply to you, because I'm seeing here with the dispersing card, it's like a mental block is being released with especially with the death cards, and you know, like this Knight of Cups, like there's some kind of inner block or mental block that has prevented you from seeing or feeling how, you know, how you want to just feeling, you know. I'm even getting a sense of numbness, desensitization that is now moving away. So as a single person, this could be like you felt detached, you felt like stuck, not wanting to, you know, think about anyone romantically, feel anything romantically. You know, maybe you've been dating, but like there's just never been feelings. And then now there's a shift, and this mental block, like you have like a moment of awakening with this Ace of Wands. You know, you have like an exhilarating shift happening that is putting you in touch with the Empress energy, putting you in touch with the energy of receiving love, of caring for yourself, of being swept off your feet, you know, like being romantic, being even sentimental, like caring, you know what I mean? It's like if you had not cared up until this moment, now you're experiencing this shift where you really do care and you want someone to care for. There is someone in your life that you care for. You know, you see what I'm saying? It's like a night and day. It's like a big shift. With the King of Cups, you know, I really do think no matter your relationship status, this prediction is more about an internal shift. It's more about your own attitude, your own feelings about being of intimacy, about being in a relationship with someone, about relying on someone, you know, concepts of needing someone, loyalty, caring, you know, being nurtured, being cared for. I think there are some mental blocks or attitudes that have been kind of like immovable, like they've been stubborn, you know, like stubborn attitudes that have developed over time, probably because you've had to use them to cope with difficult times. But you see, I see this King of Cups shifting, and now this Knight of Cups energy is coming through. So I see the King of Cups as being the previous energy, and the Knight of Cups is the newer energy. You know, with the Death card, right? The transition, it's like you're stepping into a new chapter in your life where you're more willing to be vulnerable and you're more willing to be expressive about your love for another person. And the reason why is because, again, some internal block is shifting out of the way. So if you're in a relationship, then it means like you're more able to see this person, see another person as, or to see your partner as someone worthy of your devotion, of your loyalty. If you're single, it means you're more capable of you know, being of finding someone attractive, of finding someone alluring and seductive, and to feeling a sexual desire towards them, right? With the Ace of Wands. So this is really cool. I think this is a great positive message for the spring. I think that it's giving you a way through some really deep emotional challenges. And part of the reason why is because you're releasing. The reason why is because you're moving past some blockages and you're letting go of some outdated notions, some notions that just do not work for you anymore, okay? Let's see what else we can get here. Let me see if I can get a specific prediction, if this is so far resonating with you. Let me see if I can pull up something more specific to your situation. You'll know very quickly if the message is for you, okay? Six of Swords. Four of Cups. Traveling. Is there a trip that you've been on recently? Oh, wow. The Magician. The Star. And the Page of Swords. Wow. So, yeah, this is great. So I think some of you have gone on a trip recently. I think if this message is for you, is if you've gone on a trip recently. And the trip was amazing because it was like a shocking realization. There's just like it made you realize that like you were taking for granted something in your life. Wow. I'm getting with the Page of Swords that you're now in this phase of like doing a lot of research and learning, and you're like, wow, what is this? What have I... It's like you want to catch up is the message. So I think, if, you know, you, with the Magician, again, it's like a revival. It's like such a big revival. With the Star card, sorry, did I mention this is the Star card and the Magician? Like, this is gorgeous, beautiful. This is someone, you know, who's been bored or just like detached or depressed. Someone is now like coming back to life. I mean, really, right? The Death card. This is about coming back to life, experiencing a renewal in your sense of a strong sense of self and like who you are and your purpose. And with the Star, it's like it feels like something has clicked for you, and you know which way you want to go. You know the direction you want to go. You have a goal, and you're learning all about it. You're learning how to attain this goal. So I think like if whatever's happening in your love life is all tied into this. It's all tied into you like finding a new calling or a new inspiration that is like getting you off your ass. Like it's like you were sedentary before, and now you're very active, and now you're just like so curious, so inquisitive. You know, I wouldn't say obsessed. It's not obsession. It's just like really wanting to learn everything about this thing that is exciting you now. Let me see if I can get... I want to know more about the Star. Can we clarify the Star? I feel like it could be a person. Yeah, King of Cups. So you yourself are someone who is like, oh wow, the Devil. I think this is a positive Devil. I think this is like you yourself have been like someone who's either very introverted or very like plays your, you know, very close to the chest, very very private. Even though you have deep emotions, you've been very private, very intense. And I think the Star card is really like awakening your sexuality, or awakening a passion, awakening an inspiration. Like if you're an artist or creative type, it's getting you to create again. Maybe you haven't been creating for a while, and now like you have a goal and you have a whole like plan. How does this apply to the love life? How does this apply to the love life? Ooh, too many cards. Let's get. How does it apply to their love life? Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is, so you see the Eight of Swords there? Interesting. Oh, so Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. Six of Swords again. Okay. Yeah, I think someone is creating, like, what it's doing in your love life is it's kind of making you rethink your life goal, your life in general. It's making you rethink, like, oh, maybe that isn't the kind of partner I want. You know, maybe you thought all this time that you were attracted to a certain type of person, and now you're realizing, no, like, I was confused. Like, there's a totally different type of person. This is the kind of, like, now you realize the kind of person, or you've identified the person who gets, like, who actually, like, who would be a good partner because they can help you get your needs met. Like, it's like they're solid, they're stable. And, you know, if you're watery, it's like this is someone who's grounded enough that they can enable you to be your most, it's like your intensity and your passion and creativity doesn't just like bleed all over the place. This is someone who can be receptive to it and help balance you and help ground you. So the Six of Swords, I think, yes, you had a trip recently, but I also think that there's someone in your life or about to show up in your life who's going to help you navigate this emotional intensity. And, you know, maybe you've even had fear of intimacy. It's going to be someone that you can start, like, who really, like, enables you to trust again, you know? Yeah, no, there's such cool things happening here. I think that, again, with the Empress card, you know, love is definitely like prominent here. Knight of Cups, but with the Death card, right, it's like it's all about releasing previous obstacles and previous what do I want to say, restrictions. It's all about moving past outdated notions of who you are, what you want, what you're attracted to, and getting more in sync with what is the true, what is truly reaching your heart, like what is truly opening up your heart space. So I think, you know, it's like the difference between someone who's always thought they had a type. It's like if you've always thought you had a type, this spring, like, that is like irrelevant. Like, it's not about having a type. You know, you thought you were drawn to some type of person, but you're going to be surprised. You're going to encounter someone, or even you're going to go on a trip, or you're going to encounter like a new type of person that really changes your whole feelings about that. And, you know, the King of Cups, like, you have deep feelings and they've been kind of locked away and stored away, and now you're getting into a new phase where you can be much more open and vulnerable, and it's going to feel really good. It's going to feel like a release, like a really important release, you know. Here's the Star. It's going to feel very healing. Yeah, pile 3, what a great reading. I mean, I feel a lot of important, special things are about to happen in this space, in this aspect of your life. So good luck to you. I'm excited to hear from you. If this resonated with you, please hit the like or subscribe button if this message helped you and if it clicked with you. Okay, take care, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me today.